And the Cardinals, of course, out of nowhere. Just
but they're second
first
now.
Place. Ridiculous.
Milwaukee jumped them.
That guy from Milwaukee's on steroids. I don't care what anybody says. We want to accuse somebody of being on steroids. It has to be that guy
so
from
now
Milwaukee.
it's okay.
It's baseball. They're all on steroids.
Okay. All right.
It's pretty okay. We are going to get to a segment that's kind of like Reddit's AMA. You know what AMA stands for, Brandon?
American Music Awards.
No. You want to try again?
African Music Awards.
No. Are you just going to
She's all through the bitch.
replacing the A and then saying Music Awards?
Awesome Men Awareness.
She's all through this motherfucker.
No. It is Ask Me Anything. So this is our version of Ask Me Anything, or a mailbag, or as we like to call it, a failbag. That's basically what it is on this show. And if you head over to social media, we will talk more about the, because we're running out of time here, we will talk more about the Netflix and chill draft. Some early prospects popping up. What is your favorite Netflix show anyway? Netflix original.
Netflix original.
Yes,
okay.
Netflix original. You probably say Longmire,
yeah.
which kind of counts because it's a Netflix produced show now.
I would say Longmire.
Longmire. Okay, we got a lot. You don't like any of the Marvel stuff. You don't know anything about superheroes. I was going to say there's some good stuff in there. BoJack Horseman, underrated.
Well, what is the black superhero? Is that
Luke Cage?
Yeah, is that a Netflix original?
Yes, it is.
I have that on my list. I haven't started it yet, though.
Do you think you would like that?
I think I will.
Would you like it better if you were white?
I liked it enough to put it on my list.
Jessica Jones? He dates a white girl. Jessica Jones there.
Oh, perfect.
Who is, by the way, sneaky big booty. Kristen Ritter, who plays her.
I gotta admit, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you'll know her soon. You've probably seen her. You'd recognize her if you saw her. She belongs in the... We need to start a Hall of Fame on the show. The SBB Hall of Fame. She would be in it. Sneaky big booty. A girl that you just don't expect to have a big butt, and then she turns around and you're like, whoa, I was not expecting that. You know, Lady Gaga's in that conversation too. She's whacking.
She has so much other stuff going on, I can't pay attention to anything but the weirdness.
Yes, because she's wearing a dress made of steaks. You can't pay attention to how curvy she is. All right. I got the questions here. First question asks, what is the Redeem Team? Brandon, I'll have you take this. What is the Redeem Team?
The Redeem Team is, man, I don't even... There's so many things going through my mind right now.
There's a lot of stuff we probably can't say about the Redeem Team.
The Redeem Team...
Well, how was it formed? Did you tell people?
Okay, it was formed... Little Wayne concert, right?
I believe it was a Lil Wayne concert. This is not the Redeem Team that won a gold medal and whatever.
No.
For USA Basketball. This is our personal group of friends, you should say, who were, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, locally legendary.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true. We never had to wait in line at clubs.
Yes.
Rarely spent any money.
It is the four horsemen of Indianapolis folklore. And basically was born of us being fed up with
women
who either broke our hearts or did something wrong. So we went on, we made a pact. And that pact became known as the Redeem Team. I cannot say what was in that pact.
We were in your Jeep.
Yes, we were. Ready to walk into the Lil Wayne concert where I was working for Radio Now. And we talked about how fed up we were. We made quick work of a bottle of rum. And,
very quick work.
Very quick work. We drank the whole thing in under 5 minutes, I believe. And we just washed all our sorrows away. We decided at that point we would redeem ourselves and make good on all that went wrong.
So young and dumb, but some of the best years of my life.
Piggybacking on young and dumb, what is the most what is the most shots you've ever taken?
Oh my gosh. Well, didn't we do a power hour?
Not a power. We had a thing that we used to do before we left the house sometimes. Going out to Brow Ripple, downtown, whatever. We call it the Big Ten. We live in Big Ten country, Big Ten land, the name of the conference. We would have to take 10 shots before we leave.
Are we talking about throughout the course of an entire night?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you how many shots I've taken throughout the course of an entire night, but around one time together, I know that we did 22 one night.
I was going to say 20-something.
20, it was either 22 or 26, I remember distinctly.
Gosh, we were stupid.
Stupid, yeah. And that probably wasn't even the max for that night because there probably were more once we got out to the club. That was ridiculous.
We are such different guys.
I don't know. Can we be known for something else besides that? Next question. Why don't you guys talk more baseball on the show?
touchy subject for me.
Why is it a touchy subject? Because you're white?
No, because I quit playing.
Because you quit playing baseball?
Yeah.
You could have been the best.
Maybe. Hey, I always said, Tommy Hunter's first career strikeout, I think it was against the Yankees. And I texted him, and I said, funny how A-Rod and them can't hit your fastball, but I always did.
Tommy Hunter, who a professional, just say that like everyone knows the story about you and Tommy Hunter. That you and Tommy Hunter grew up playing on the same team but against each other at Warren Little League in town, and now he's in the major leagues. Baseball's just not that interesting to most people. It doesn't move the needle. If there's a big story, I have no problem talking about it, but we're baseball fans. I'm a Reds fan. You're a Reds.
Our Reds right now are in 4th place.
It fluctuates so bad. They went from 1st to 4th so quickly.
Well, yeah.
It's because they got the Cubs in the series, and
but
it's hard
the Cubs
to play.
they're 20-19 right now. The Reds are 19-20.
And the Cardinals, of course, out of nowhere. Just
but they're second
first
now.
Place. Ridiculous.
Milwaukee jumped them.
That guy from Milwaukee's on steroids. I don't care what anybody says. We want to accuse somebody of being on steroids. It has to be that guy
so
from
now
Milwaukee.
it's okay.
It's baseball. They're all on steroids.
Okay.
All right. This one is for Brandon. How annoying are Nicky and Tommy from the morning from Smiley Show?
Tommy?
I don't know. Brandon, you were on the Smiley Morning Show for a little bit.
That's supposed to be Tony.
Tony, okay.
Somebody misspelled
So how
her
annoying
name.
were they? Tommy's the chick from The Blaze, isn't it? Tommy Lauren, who makes everybody angry, but she is fine. He does not want to answer this question.
I love...
Which should tell you that the answer is probably pretty annoying.
I'm pleading the 5th.
Okay.
They're my homies.
They're your homies.
Why you always lying?
People want to know, why is it exactly you left the Scotty Davis Morning Show?
I don't know if there was one reason. I'm glad that people know that I left on my own, because no one ever thought that I got fired or asked me if I got fired, which I didn't. People know me better than that. I'm much like Dave Chappelle in some ways, how Dave Chappelle just woke up one day and everybody came to work and they're like, where's Dave? And they were like, oh, he's in Africa. Like that's, I did not go to Africa, but I just decided I didn't want to do it anymore.
But he is African. Okay. American.
All right, thank you for that useless soundbite. I don't remember exactly. I mean, we talked about leaving for a long time. All of us on the show eventually left the show, left that company. You've worked at that company before. I don't know what that company is like now.
I was fired.
But it was yeah, you were fired. I was not. That company was a black hole of negativity and disgust. It was one of the worst places I've ever worked. It was poorly managed from top to bottom. They did not appreciate the people that worked for them. They did not run it in a way that would be conducive to a way a radio station should be run. It sucked the life out of everybody. And I don't deal with situations I don't want to be in. I'll leave. And my two friends that worked with me were the same way, and they left eventually. I remember the day I left, there was something going on, and me and Mackenzie, who I co-hosted with, who a lot of you know, we kind of stepped aside into the studio, one of the production studios, and I said, don't think I'm coming back. She said, really? I said, yeah, I think I'm done. And that's just basically how it happened. And I could tell at that time she went about it a different way. She got
knocked up.
Well, she left 2 weeks later. That's not why she left.
I know.
She left like 2 weeks later. I left immediately. She was like, I think I'm feeling the same way you are. I'm like, over this. And she's the most positive person you will ever meet, ever in your life. And that building was bringing her down. Yeah. So you can imagine how bad it was. And she finished out, and she wrote a resignation. She had a big send-off. I just left because at that time they were firing people instead of letting them finish out their 2 weeks. There had just been like two people before that who tried to put in a 2 weeks notice, and they just fired them on the spot. And I was like, they're not doing that to me.
Well, I
grew up here. I grew up listening to these people in this building, the station. I'm going to decide when I go out on my own terms, and you're not going to fire me.
Also, one of the guys in charge there, it was kind of karma, I guess you could say. It was years later, but ended up getting fired on the air. One of the guys that didn't treat you the greatest, so that was nice.
Someone got fired on the air?
Yeah, man.
I don't think I've ever heard this story.
It was your boy, man. Your boy Rain.
My boy?
Yeah, your boy.
Definitely not my boy. I've never heard this story at all.
Yeah, I don't know the exact details because nobody ever wanted to talk about it, but basically they walked in the middle of his on-air shift, and I don't know if it was on air, but maybe it could have been during commercial break or whatever, but...
I got you. Okay, Brandon, would you ever eat your own beard again if you lost a bet?
No.
Brandon had to eat his own beard when Cam Newton played Superman and came back on Alabama years back. That video's still on YouTube somewhere. You wouldn't do that again? We're going to have some stuff like that coming up during football season.
Absolutely not. I'm not eating my beard again. We can come up with another wager. That was disgusting. Brandon eats his beard. That's what you look for on YouTube.
All right, last one. Who would do better with a career choice? Brandon becoming a rapper or Shy becoming a country singer?
Ooh. That's a tough one.
I think I'd be surprised. We both have some skills
I
in those
got
areas.
a little bit of rhythm for a white guy.
Brandon has made a rap song before, and I have made a country song before.
And you know your country.
I've
so.
made a country song before. You don't remember that? Speaking of the morning show, I made a country song.
I do.
For the morning show, people had to call in and give me random things to put in my song and make a song out of it, and I did.
Yeah, and I remember the one, and I jammed out to it. And I remember Scotty told you that I couldn't help you. He thought you were going to cheat.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's funny. Okay then. Actually, I have those somewhere. I'll look them up if I can find them. I'll put them at the end of the show.
We should do a duo where you do like a country part and I do a rap part and make it one song.
Like a Tim McGraw and Nelly.
Exactly.
Except for you'll be Belly.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You can run and tell my city I'm on, I'm on, I'm on, I'm on, I'm on, I'm on. You can run and tell my city it's on.